We began the show tonight by talking about economic injustice in this country. Well, there's a new article about this in Forbes magazine that's sparking a lot of outrage, and rightly so. The article is called "If I Were a Poor Black Kid." The Forbes writer, who says he's a middle-class white guy, claims that poor children still have many opportunities to succeed despite the obstacles they face. He says, quote, "Technology can help these kids, but only if the kids want to be helped. Yes, there is much inequality, but the opportunity is still there in this country for those that are smart enough to go for it." So let me get this straight. If kids don't succeed, it's because they don't want to be helped. It's because they're not smart enough. It's ridiculous, but it's become a Republican talking point. The poor don't deserve our help. It's their fault they're poor.
If you don't have a job and you're not rich, blame yourself.
Really poor children in really poor neighborhoods have no habits of working and have nobody around them who works.
Only 53% of Americans pay any federal income tax. People who pay nothing can easily forget the idea that there is no such thing as a free lunch.
Republicans are wrong. They and this writer target poor kids and say they can solve their problems by using Skype and Project Gutenberg. Are they serious? I mean, is this for real? I reported earlier that 1 in every 2 Americans are poor or low income, including 57% of children. All they need is Skype. We also told you about the House hearing today on homeless kids with heartbreaking testimony.
The hardest thing about living in a motel is being on the bus and watching all of the other kids getting off, knowing that they are going to their own home and I am going back to a one-room motel. It makes me feel really upset.
It's especially hard for my 2-year-old brother because he does not understand why Mom is always crying. He cries too. He asks her not to cry. He wants Mom's attention.
Sure, these kids need to have self-motivation. Sure, they need to have the will and desire. But government must do its part. And telling them to just go learn technology and have desire is not dealing with the systemic inequality. You like to give that advice? Next time the auto industry fails, tell them to go to the library. Tell the CEOs of the failed banks to go get themselves some Skype. You bail out the rich. And when the poor say, let's even out society, you give them advice to lift themselves up by their bootstraps when you've already taken their boots. Next time you get ready to write an article, wipe the blueberry off your face before you pick up the pen.